In the great words of Dr. Marshall Montano, quoted from Dr. Marshall, if it's bacchanal you want, then it's bacchanal you will get. Hey guys, Colleen here. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button on your way out and the notification bell, because YouTube is doing this thing and I very much suspect, of course it's a theory, cannot quite prove it yet, but they're looking to more be like a Netflix style kind of network versus supporting independent creators like myself. So if you don't fall into a particular algorithm, your videos get lost. So please make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified, because if you don't, you don't get to see my videos. But anyhow, this video is a post-mortem of a recently concluded competition. Of course, the opinions expressed in this video are just that, opinions and not facts. Make sure to do your research. This is just me theorizing what could and may have happened. And yeah, let's just get into this video, shall we? So you have to forgive me, I need to go through my phone because of course that's where most of my research is, so you'll see me referring, but I will post screenshots of things I referred to in this video so you guys can follow along. So back in July 8th to be exact, Sasha Cosmetics published a post basically launching what seemed to be a competition for all local based MUEs entrants, right? And basically they said, calling all makeup lovers, enter Sasha's makeover challenge for a chance to win big. How to enter: create a 60-second full face video on yourself or a model, right? The makeup artist's face must be visible at least once in the video, and you must use 7 or more Sasha products, and it must include the cult favorite Sasha Buttercup powder, right? And then in terms of 2 other face products, 1 lip product, 1 eye product. And then you upload your video either to Instagram or Facebook and using the hashtag Sasha Makeover Challenge TT, Sasha Cosmetics Buttercup Powder. And to state what the rules of that competition are, or were, because it now concluded, they said the products must be in good condition and clean. Contestants are allowed only 1 entry, right? They say filters are not allowed. So all those Snapchat filters and Instagram filters that some of you makeup artists like to use to enhance your looks, they didn't want that, right? They said current employees are not eligible to submit entries. All materials must be submitted. All entries submitted then becomes the property of Sasha Cosmetics, and it's valid only in Trinidad and Tobago. Entrants must be a national of Trinidad and Tobago, and other brands cannot be featured in the video, and you must use copyright free music. And of course the deadline is the 19th of August 2019 at noon. So yeah, so of course the post went on to indicate that there were over 100,000 prizes to be won. I think in a subsequent post they did indicate how the prizes would be broken up, and of course one of the things they indicated that the top 100 videos will be featured in an ad campaign for Sasha Cosmetics. Now, when I saw it, I was actually contemplating submitting an entry, but then what stopped me dead in my tracks is that the video entries now become the property of Sasha Cosmetics. So for me, even if I did not win, right, win a cash money prize, the video that I created, that I produced, that I would have used Sasha products purchased with my hard-earned coins would then become free advertising for a multi-million-dollar company. And Homegirl had a huge issue with that. So from the date of the first announcement, which was the 8th of July, to the 19th of August 2019, prospective entrants had 42 days in which to submit a 60-second video using Sasha products. Now, I must say, and I'm theorizing here now, that during the period, this 42-day period, of course, Sasha had launched new products. If I'm not mistaken, I would have seen it plastered all over my YouTube and in my Facebook group. So to me, I thought 42 days was a long enough period in which to gather all your products, even if you aren't one who typically uses Sasha products. And let's be honest, a lot of the entrants, I noticed that the products that they used were like brand spanking new. Whether or not they were replacement products because Sasha indicated that the products had to be of a good condition or not, or whether it's the first time they're using Sasha products on a whole just to get a foot in that competition. I mean, it's all up to your interpretation. I mean, I'm not here to judge, but there are those two possibilities there. So I would imagine during that 42-day period, their sales would have spiked, you know, and there may be possibly a correlation between that spike in sales and, say, your competition. So for me, I do use some Sasha products, you know. I do use some of their lippies. I purchase a sponge, and I do from time to time do use their buttercup powder. But for me, the reason why I did not enter that competition is because whilst I do tag makeup brands and beauty brands in my videos, I usually give them a license to repost my videos. Usually they would come up in my DMs and ask, hey, could we repost your videos because we like that you like our videos. And 99.9% of the brands who I do tag in my videos are indie brands, mom and pop brands who do not have the breadth and depth and millions of dollars like Sasha to basically hire a ad agency to, you know, make world-class videos for them. So of course, you know, I had a huge problem with doing free advertising for a multi-million-dollar company and them saying, no sis, this is our stuff now, it ain't yours to use. Major problem. So what I've noticed in that 42-day period, that there was a trickling of entries for the Sasha Makeover Challenge. The first entry actually being on the 12th of July. And then after that, it was a very slow crawl for most of the period. I think the majority of entries would have been published between the 18th and 19th of August, coming down to the very tail end of the competition. And it could only be one of several theories. The most popular theory being you really don't want to show your hand to all your competitors. So I would imagine a lot of the entrants would have published theirs later down in the month or the period, because they don't want people to copy their ideas. And you know, that was a real risk. Now the other theory, also very popular, and this is more of a cultural trait of us Trinbagonians, and that is we are very last minute people. So I would imagine a lot of people, even people who I saw indicate earlier o'clock that they weren't going to publish anything, submit anything, because they too had a huge issue with that intellectual property being the property of Sasha, and that they no longer retained any rights. I did see them publish later on, and I would like to think they either had a change of heart, because at the end of the day, grand prize of $50,000 could do quite a bit, you know. It could be very tempting. So I figured, you know, most of them were just simply last minute entrants. Of course, part of the competition, Sasha indicated, on the 2nd of September, they would start the voting process in terms of picking the top 100. So you would imagine that in this competition, they would be attracting everybody under the sunlight, in terms of your experts, the well-known makeup artists, and your unknown amateurs. And I did see, and it probably is one of the reasons why some decided to enter and publish theirs early, because they wanted to get sufficient traction, because as they indicated, they were virtual unknowns and they were coming up against some well-established, very popular makeup artists. Now, interestingly enough, during that 42-day period, Sasha did do several countdowns, more so to the tail end of the period, the 42-day period, say from a week moving to the very end. They would have done several countdowns, including a final countdown on the day itself, and many, if not most, of the entrants would have published their 60-second video on the day the competition closed. So exactly 1 hour after the closing of the competition on the 19th of August, Sasha posted this announcement, basically saying that they would be extending the deadline date due to popular demand for a period of 2 weeks due to technical difficulties uploading a 60-second video. Now, me personally, because I do this quite often, I know in the beginning it could be quite a challenge, especially if you are your own director, editor, producer, to upload. It could be quite a challenge, but for a lot of people now, and a lot of the entrants, they seem to be pretty okay in producing and uploading videos. I mean, you can check out their respective makeup pages, and their pages would have a litany of 60-second, 2-minute, 5-minute videos, what have you. So it had me wondering now, uploading issues, and then I was like, Sasha, really, did they really need 2 whole weeks to fix this problem? Because to me, with my very limited IT knowledge, uploading technical difficulties is probably stemming from one of 2 problems. Either your Wi-Fi is jacked up, in which case you can simply go to another location and upload. And the second and more plausible is formatting issues, which again, cannot see how it takes 2 weeks to fix a formatting issue. I do, however, see 2 weeks being sufficient time to create and produce a new look and upload it. But then again, that's just my theory on it. Who am I to say? Now, following that post, there was a huge public outcry. In terms of the unfairness in extending to date when so many people would have rushed and basically barely able to qualify on a nail in submitting their entries, to now be told that the deadline would be extended to a further 2 weeks and at the very last minute. This begs the question of the level of transparency in this competition. People started to wonder, what else are they manipulating to accommodate a group of people whom clearly had Sasha ears at that point in time. And because of this public outcry, Sasha then reposted and indicated their apologies for that post, and then resubmitted a new deadline being the 23rd of August as the final deadline date in which to submit their 60-second video. Now for me, when I saw this, I was quite interested to see the number of this overwhelming response to extend the deadline. Now, these figures are not exact, but what I counted from Facebook in terms of the video entry submitted at the time of the original deadline of the 19th of August, I counted roughly about 91 entries being submitted to Sasha on time versus 10 or so late submissions being submitted at the 23rd of August deadline. So it had me wondering, was it really an overwhelming response to extend the deadline entry, or is it certain voices within that group had just enough clout to get Sasha ears extend the deadline date? Because for me, I am no big maths person. 91 on time entries versus 10 late entries, to me doesn't seem like that overwhelming response that the brand would like us to believe. I'm really bad at numbers, you know. I stand to correction. So at the end of the day, the competition now being concluded, it will be interesting to see what criteria Sasha will stick to or change in the judging of the entries come the 2nd of September. And interesting, and I really didn't see it being expressed anywhere on the site, is how much of the voting in terms of criteria makes up the whole judging criteria, because at the end of the day I would like to think, because Sasha has a vested interest in this competition, they too will have a say on who they like and what videos they do like. So, and we could only hope and assume it's solely based on popular vote, but we can't know for sure, to be honest, you know, especially in light of the fact that we've seen rules, or a rule being changed for a competition, you know, without really soliciting feedback from the people who basically would be affected by that change in rule. He said, well, because of you guys, this is why we're doing X, Y, and Z, but we don't have any evidence of it, or they haven't published any evidence to support that claim. So basically that is it for my video. So tell me what you think about this whole situation with the Sasha competition. Do you think they are being fair to everyone by extending the deadline date of the competition, or do you think there is some level of favoritism being shown here? Yeah, so that is it for this video. Please make sure to subscribe on your way out. Like I said, comment and like this video and share this video, and tell me what else you want to see, or what do you want to see in my next video. And until the next time, guys, bye.